If you're exhausted from pleasing everyone, weak boundaries, and saying yes when every part of you is begging to say no, then this video is for you. There's a kind of tiredness that doesn't come from staying up too late or from doing too much in a single day. It's the kind of tiredness that grows quietly, underneath everything, each time you agree to something you never wanted in the first place. You feel it in that small collapse inside your chest, in the tightness behind your ribs, in the way your breath sinks the moment the word yes slips out. It's not the task that drains you. It's the moment you abandon yourself to keep the peace. If anything in these first seconds feels uncomfortably familiar, stay with me. You're about to understand why this happens, what it's doing to your mind and body, and how you can begin changing it in small, powerful ways. And before we go any further, if you recognize yourself in this, a like would truly help this channel grow, and it tells me that content like this is helping you too. You probably don't even remember when it started. The habit of agreeing before you've even checked in with yourself. It happens so fast. Someone asks for your time, your attention, your help, and your mind races ahead to their reaction, their feelings, their expectations. Before you've taken a breath, the word yes is already forming. And the strange thing is, you know, in that exact moment, that you're not choosing yourself. You feel it in the heaviness that settles on your shoulders, in the way your stomach tightens just slightly. It's not dramatic. It's subtle, a quiet signal that you've stepped out of alignment with what you truly want. Most people don't talk about this part. The moment right after the yes, when they walk away and feel the energy drain out of their body, not because the request was big, but because they agreed from fear instead of choice. Fear of disappointing someone. Fear of being seen differently. Fear of causing a ripple in the calm surface of social expectations. And so you say yes. Not out of desire, not out of joy, but out of habit. A habit so old and so practiced that it feels automatic. But here's the truth you may never have realized until now. Every time you say yes to something you don't want, you're quietly saying no to yourself. The reason this pattern feels so familiar, almost automatic, is because it didn't begin in adulthood. Long before you ever had to manage calendars or inboxes or expectations, you learned something far more subtle. That your needs should wait. That keeping the peace was safer than speaking up. That being agreeable made life smoother, quieter, less risky. Maybe you grew up in a home where conflict felt dangerous, or where being helpful earned you affection. Maybe you learned to sense other people's emotions before you sensed your own. Or maybe you were praised for being responsible, easygoing, the one who never caused trouble. And you carried that identity with you into every room you've ever walked into. So now, when someone asks for something, your body reacts before your voice does. A small surge of tension. A flicker of guilt. A quiet panic that says, if I don't say yes, something will break. Even if that something is just your image of being the one who always holds everything together. And what makes this even more complicated is that most people around you have no idea this is happening inside you. They hear a simple yes, but you feel the entire cost of it. In your energy, your time, your nervous system. This is why the pattern is so deep. Not because you're incapable of saying no, but because you were taught, in ways you didn't even notice, that saying yes was the only safe option. When you ignore your own needs long enough, your body starts to send stronger signals. Not in words, but in tension, headaches, shallow breaths, and that dull, persistent fatigue that doesn't go away even after a long night of sleep. Your body keeps track of every moment you override yourself. And it punishes you with exhaustion, not out of cruelty, but out of desperation. It's trying to get your attention. Psychologically, something else happens too. Each unwanted yes builds a quiet resentment, not toward the other person, but toward yourself. Because you know you abandoned your own boundary. You know you chose discomfort just to avoid a moment of awkwardness. And deep down, you know you deserve better than that. This is why always saying yes breaks you slowly. It's not about time management. It's about self-abandonment. People often worry about what others will think if they begin saying no. They imagine irritation, disappointment, judgment. But most people don't think nearly as much about you as you fear. They hear your no, they adjust, and they move on with their day. And the few who do get angry, they're not angry because you set a boundary. They're angry because your lack of boundaries once benefited them. There's a freedom in understanding this. Once you see the difference between imagined rejection and real reaction, the fear starts to loosen. You realize that people who respect you don't need you to overextend yourself. They just need clarity. And clarity is something you can offer without sacrificing your health. Learning to say no doesn't happen in one dramatic moment. It begins quietly. It begins in the pause, that tiny moment before you answer, where you give yourself permission to check in. You notice your breath. You notice your shoulders. You notice that subtle ache that signals your limit. And then, gently, you choose honesty. You choose to protect your energy. You choose to honor what you feel. It might come out softly at first. I don't have the space for this right now. Or, I need to say no to this. Or simply, no, that doesn't work for me. Your voice might shake. Your stomach might tighten. Your mind might race with old fears. But your body will exhale. Because this time, you didn't abandon it. And here's what I want you to remember as you move through the week. Your first honest no won't feel powerful. It will feel uncomfortable, unfamiliar, maybe even scary. But underneath that discomfort is something new. A small, steady sense of relief. A quiet moment where your body realizes you finally listened. That's where confidence begins. That's where boundaries are born. Not in grand declarations, but in those tiny, brave pauses where you choose yourself over old fears. Saying no is not rejection. It's alignment. It's honesty. It's self-respect. And your first no to someone else will always be your first true wholehearted yes to yourself. And if this message helped you in any way, a like or a subscribe would truly mean a lot. It tells me that content like this supports you. And it helps this calm little corner of the internet grow.